Hello, once again, beautiful people of Breeze Review. Welcome back to the channel. To my subscribers, I do appreciate you. For those who have stumbled across this channel, and this is your first time here, I'm Shay. This is Breeze Review, where we're living, loving Jesus, smelling fabulous, all while saving a dime, discussing budget-friendly fragrances. And I wanted to get on here real quick, and I have got to tell y'all about this Oakcha Inspired by fragrance. I got to tell you. I got to tell you. Okay, so first of all, let me just, y'all know they come in these little boxes. I love that these nice, simple, uh, nothing over the top. I like those boxes, but I also like my, more extravagant ones too, extravagant packaging. But here is what I'm going to tell you about real quick. And I do mean real quick. So Oakcha's Only Mine. This has turned out to be way better than um than I really thought. I this is inspired by Christian Dior's Hypnotic Poison. And I have smelled that particular fragrance. Sweet, fruity, woody is what the accords are, or what the fragrance seems to be. But on me, this turned into something so beautiful, so elegant, so, oh my goodness, it was just a joy, honestly, to wear and to have on. I tested it around the house a couple of times, and then I've worn it like twice now, and I was just blown away. When I say worn it twice, like a full wear. I tested around the house like two, maybe three times. But this, if you are um, familiar to this channel, you've probably seen a video probably about 4 or 5 videos ago, and I had gotten this in um, along with some other Oakchas, and I just did a video with Kennedy to let her, give her first impressions of them and then rate them. And I think it was like 4 or 5 of them. And this was number one for her. And I was very surprised by that. I really was. But after wearing it, I can honestly say I can see why she had this at number one. Y'all, let me just refresh and spray this and refresh my little, oh goodness. Also, if you saw the previous video and I said I know it was something else that I tested out and this is what I couldn't remember at that time. I've got to do better about that. So it was this one. And so the other day when I wore it, this was after I had gotten my arena oils in, and I shared those with you last week. This one is called Fatal Attraction, and this is inspired by Hypnotic Poison as well. Together, wonderful. So I've given my spiel, but I hadn't even told y'all the notes, and this is what's blowing my mind because um one of the accords, two of the accords, which is coconut, rose, vanilla, and almond, are your accords or your high notes, as Oakcha refers to them. I'm lyric by coconut and sometimes lyric about almond. So, um, but honey, this is blended so nicely. So your top notes are coconut, plum, and apricot, or apricot, some people say. And your heart notes are Brazilian rosewood, which I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of. Jasmine, caraway, tuberose, and lily of the valley. And then the base is vanilla, almond, sandalwood, and musk. So, yeah, just seeing that, I was kind of like, but I knew Hypnotic Poison was a decent smelling fragrance. And apparently, for Oakcha, it has become a pretty popular scent because it has been out of stock once or twice. And so when I saw that time that it was in stock, I just went ahead and grabbed it. Plus, I had a $10 off. I also had a coupon code as well. So, no, I didn't have a coupon. I had a $10 off, and this is when they were doing like 25% off not long ago. So, yeah, I got it for, I think it runs about $35 on their site for this 1.7 ounce. Um, and so with that, I got it for lot less. So yeah, I wanted to real quickly tell you guys about that because I'm telling you, I have been very surprised by this fragrance. I have. I knew it was a nice one. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be that good for me. Like my skin loves this fragrance, and I'm just surprised by that. The coconut is not coconutting, and the almond is not too almondy. Almond D. Yeah. So it has turned out really, really nice. And like I said, I honestly, even though I was surprised at the time about Kennedy's number one out of the 4 or 5 Oakchas she was looking at, I know, I know why. But anyway, yeah, that's what I wanted to jump on and tell you guys about. So, um, I don't know if you have it. Tell me what you think about it, whether you have it inspired by or the original. Let me know what you think about it and how it's done for you. Also, I also wanted to make sure I tell you it was pretty good performer. It gave me probably 6+ hours, maybe more. And still, it's just wonderful. I did get complimented too when I wore it. You know, you smell good. What do you have on? And so, and then when I wore it with this, it just made it extra delightful, extra, just a little more delightful, a little more enjoyable to wear. But anyway, like I said, let me know what you think about that fragrance, whether you have this or another inspired by, or you have the actual original by Christian Dior, Hypnotic Poison. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. You guys have a good one, and I will talk with you later. And I am going to share also here shortly. Um, my video of my bargain finds of a few designer fragrances. So we'll look at that together. Okay. You guys have a lovely one. This one is under 10 minutes. Yay. I did it. I haven't been doing that this last week. And that's what I try to shoot for. Don't want to hold you. You know, our attention span is not very long anymore. So you guys have a good one. Stay prayerful. Stay in your word. Stay close to God. And remember, only what you do for Christ will last. We'll talk later.